optimal altitude, floor 350 versus the preferred floor 390, and with an unusually far forward center of gravity. The test aircraft consumed 4,460 pounds, 2,020 kilograms, of fuel per hour. 24. The Boeing 737 MAX 8 completed its first flight test in La Paz, Bolivia. The 13,300-foot, 4,100 m, altitude at El Alto International Airport tested the MAX's capability to take off and land at high altitudes. 162. Its first commercial flight was operated by Malindo Air on the 22nd of May, 2017, between Kuala Lumpur and Singapore as Flight OD803.2. In early 2017, a new -8 was valued at $52.85 million, rising to below $54.5 million by mid-2018. 163. 737 MAX 200. A 737 MAX 200 of Ryanair with the each pair of exit doors. In September 2014, Boeing launched a high-density version of the 737 MAX 8. The 737 MAX 200, named for seating for up to 200 passengers in a single-class high-density configuration with slimline seats, an extra pair of exit doors is required because of the higher passenger capacity. Boeing states that this version would be 20% more cost-efficient per seat than current 737 models and would be the most efficient narrow-body on the market when delivered, including 5% lower operating costs than the 737 MAX 8. 164. 165. 3 8 galley trolleys are removed to accommodate more passenger space. 166. An order with Ryanair for 100 aircraft was finalized in December 2014. 167. In mid-November 2018, the first of then 135 ordered by Ryanair rolled out, in a 197-seat configuration. 168. It was first flown from Renton on the 13th of January, 2019. 169, and was due to enter service in April 2019, with another 4 MAX 200s expected later in 2019. 170, though certification and deliveries were deferred while the MAX was grounded. In November 2019, Ryanair informed its pilots that, due to an unspecified design issue with the additional other wing exit doors, it did not expect to receive any MAX 200s until late April or early May 2020. 171. In 2020, at the height of the COVID slump, Ryanair renegotiated its order for 135 and ordered 75 more at one-third of the list price. 172. The high-density variant was certified by the FAA on the 31st of March, 2021. 173. Ryanair took delivery of its first 8-200 in June 2021. 174. Besides launch customer Ryanair, other customers include International Airlines Group and low-cost airlines Akasa Air of India, Allegiant Air of the United States, Arajet of the Dominican Republic and Vietnam's Vietjet. 175. Proposed 737-8ERX. Airlines have been shown a 737-8ERX concept based on the 737 MAX 8 with a higher 194,700 pounds, 88.3 t, maximum takeoff weight using wings, landing gear, and central section from the MAX 9 to provide a longer range of 4,000 nautical miles, 7,400 kilometers, with seating for 150, closer to the Airbus A321LR. 176. 737 MAX 9. 737 MAX 9 first flight on April 13, 2017. The 737 MAX 9 will replace the 737-900 and has a longer fuselage than the MAX-8. In 2016, Boeing planned to improve its range from 3,510 nautical miles, 6,500 kilometers, to 3,605 mi, 6,676 kilometers, after 2021. 151. Lion Air was the launch customer with an order for 201 in February 2012. 32. It made its rollout on the 7th of March, 2017, and first flight on the 13th of April, 2017. Winking sad smiley 177. It took off from Renton Municipal Airport and landed at Boeing Field after a 2 hours 42-minute flight. 178. It was presented at the 2017 Paris Air Show. 179. Boeing 737-9 flight tests were scheduled to run through 2017, with 30% off. -8 tests repeated. Aircraft 1D001 was used for auto-land, avionics, flutter and mostly stability and control trials, while 1D002 was used for environment control system testing. 44. It was certified by February 2018. 180. Asian low-cost carrier Lion Air Group took delivery of the first on the 21st of March, 2018, before entering service with Thai Lion Air. 144. As the competing A321neo attracts more orders, the sale value of a 737-9 is the same as a 2018 737-8 at $53 million. 181. 737 MAX 10. To compete with the Airbus A321neo, loyal customers, such as Korean Air and United Airlines, pressed Boeing to develop a variant larger than the MAX 9, of which Boeing revealed studies in early 2016. 182, as the Airbus A321neo had outsold the MAX 9 5-1. The proposed MAX 10 included a larger engine, stronger wings, and telescoping landing gear in mid-2016. 183, in September 2016, it was reported that the variant would be simpler and lower risk with a modest stretch of 6-7 feet, 1.832.13 m. For a length of 144 feet, 43.6-43.9 m. Seating 12-18 more passengers for 192-198 in a dual-class layout or 226-232 for a single class, needing an uprated 31,000 pounds force, 140 kN. LEAP 1B that could be available by 2019 or 2020, and would likely require a landing gear modification to move the rotation point slightly aft. 184. In October 2016, Boeing's Board of Directors granted authority to offer the stretched variant with 2 extra fuselage sections forward and aft with a 3,100 nautical miles, 5,700 kilometers, range reduced from 3,300 mi, 6,100 kilometers, of the MAX 9. 182. In early 2017, Boeing showed a 66 inches, 1.7 m, stretch to 143 feet, 44 m, enabling seating for 230 in a single class or 189 in two-class capacity, compared to 193 in two-class seating for the A321neo. The modest stretch of the MAX 10 enables the aircraft to retain the existing wing, and the LEAP 1B engine from the MAX 9 with a trailing link main landing gear as the only major change. 185. Boeing 737 MAX Vice President and General Manager Keith Levercombe said the design had to be frozen in 2018 for a 2020 introduction. 182. 737 MAX 10 model at ILA Berlin Air Show 2018. Boeing hopes that 737 operators and 737 MAX customers like United Airlines, Delta Airlines, Alaska Airlines, Air Canada, Lion Air, and Chinese Airlines will be interested in the new variant. 186. Boeing predicts a 5% lower trip cost and seat cost compared to the A321neo. 187. Air Lease Corporation wants it a year sooner. Its CEO John Boyer stated it would have been better to get the first airplane in March 2019. But I don't think that's possible. 188. AerCap CEO Enos Kelly is cautious and said the -9 and -10 will cannibalize each other. 182. The 737 MAX 10 was launched on the 19th of June, 2017, with 240 orders and commitments from more than 10 customers. 189. 190. United Airlines will be the largest 737 MAX 10 customer, converting 100 of their 161 orders for MAX 9 into orders for the MAX 10. 191. Boeing ended the 2017 Paris Air Show with 361 orders and commitments, including 214 conversions from 16 customers. 192, including 50 orders from Lion Air. 193. The variant configuration was firmed up by February 2018. 194, and by mid-2018, the critical design review was completed. As of August 2018, assembly was underway with the first flight planned for late 2019. The semi-levered landing gear design has a telescoping oleo pneumatic strut with a downswinging lever to permit 9.5 inches, 24 centimeters, taller gear. Driven by the existing retraction system, a shrink-link mechanical linkage mechanism at the top of the leg inspired by carrier aircraft designs, allows the gear to be drawn in and shortened while being retracted into the existing wheel well. 195. 196. Entry into service is slated for July 2020. 197. On the 22nd of November, 2019, Boeing unveiled the first MAX 10 to employees in its Renton factory, Washington, scheduled for the first flight in 2020. 198. At the time, 531 MAX 10s were on order, compared to 3,142 Airbus A321neos sold, capable of carrying 244 passengers or to fly up to 4,700 nautical miles, 8,700 kilometers, in its heaviest A321XLR variant. 199. The MAX 10 has similar capacity as the A321XLR, but shorter range and much poorer field performance, greatly hindering its potential to service smaller airports as compared to the A321XLR. 200. By early 2021, Boeing expected 737 MAX 10 deliveries to start in 2023. 145. The variant made its maiden flight on June 18, 2021, initiating its flight test and certification program. 201. On the 29th of June, 2021, United Airlines placed an order for another 150 of the Boeing 737 MAX 10. These MAX 10s will replace a large number of United's older Boeing 757-200s. 202. In September 2021, Ryanair failed to reach an agreement with Boeing over an order of MAX 10s, citing cost as a primary concern. 203. In November 2022, Boeing Commercial Airplanes CEO Stanley Deal told investors at a conference that the MAX 10 was expected to enter service in 2024. 107. Boeing Business Jet